Yes.
We are live, guys. You're not understanding things.
Oh, what?
Classic for real. Wish that I can't wait for tomorrow's birthday live stream. I said there's no live stream tomorrow. I'll probably be doing the birthday one maybe later tonight for my birthday. Just a quick one on my personal channel. And everybody's confused, thinking, oh, there's no live stream. Well, I'll see you later. Bye. It's like, no, we're here.
Huh?
People are silly and they don't read.
But reading is good for people. Didn't we all learn to read at school? Is that a thing we all did?
Sure. Yes, Raj, we have a live stream. I don't know how you misunderstood what was happening in the chat.
Yeah.
What a great way to start a live stream.
Yeah,
arguing with people.
Multiverse Mashup Community Starship Design Live, starting several minutes ago. Here we are. Hello, as promised. Woo! Did you see the thumbnail, Stuart?
I did. I picked it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a, well, I assume you know what it is, Stuart. What do you think that is?
Well, the Death Star and the Gould ship.
Yes.
Gould.
Yep, either Gould or Goa'uld. Yes. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anyway, yes, today is Starship Mashup Day. But not just Star Trek ships. Today is Sci-Fi Mashup Starship design. So you can put a starship, a Star Wars ship with like a Battlestar Galactica ship, whatever. We're asking for like $5 per ship. If you want to do 2 in your super chat, throw in a 10.
It's true. Yeah.
But yeah, we will have some fun hopefully and see some really interesting things. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah. Once you open up past, you know, obviously we've done a few of these, and they're really interesting, and it's great to see the 2 or 3 wins, like wins, right? A lot of mids, a lot of word, and a few fails. That's fine. This now opens up us to go outside of the similar saucer and nacelle designs a couple of times, and that to me is exciting. So we can really go into whole new territories, and we've done a couple of little things of other ships, but for the most part it's been pretty consistent with Star Trek. So now the plethora of Star Wars, and unlike previous lives when you might say, as in you ask it to assume you know a ship, I'm going to look up images, I'm going to select one, I'm going to put it in, so it will know the shape, and it will do some sort of combining. So this might be a chance to, you know, if you've got a Sci-Fi Universe or something, you want to see some fun mashups. I've done obviously a couple of in-betweens, and it's pretty interesting. Either be it, you know, the more ridiculous ones, like our thumbnail, which it did do, and, you know, it's a bit weird, or some very similar ones. You know, 2 sci-fi fighters, right? Like same style put together. Maybe we'll do it better. Maybe we'll know it for a fact. We've done a few. Just saying, right? Or a capitalist and a capital ship. Or even like, you know, a Star Wars episode 6 Star Destroyer and a Star Destroyer 3 Star Destroyer. Right? Even something simple as that would be quite interesting. So that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, same. So yeah, hopefully you guys will have some fun letting loose your creative side, and we'll just have fun hanging out and talking about them, because that's what we do here.
Yeah, Super Chat Sports channel, that's what we do. And it's near the end of the month, guys, so every bonus Super Chat, absolutely, this is an important time, as we are ticking down that old month clock. So if you can, be part of the fun, etc, etc, etc. But I'm going to bring up this first one that you can kind of give some, well, no, you know what, no, I'm going to do a different one that you can talk more about, because I think you'll have more thoughts on this one, I think, so you can mention it as I start doing the sharing, because it's a bit amusing.
Indeed.
Like,
if you know, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if you need necessarily too much of a hint as to what's what in that one.
That's actually very impressive.
So put in the chat what you think we combined as our sharing.
Yeah, let us know what we combine there. That was one of my picks that I mentioned to Sam earlier. So anyway, in the meantime, super chat in if you want to combine two ships or two things. We would like $5 per ship. So if you throw in $10 and say the two that you want, that'd be fantastic. But super chatting in helps the channel immensely. So does making sure you're subscribed to the channel, as well as just hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button. We have 15 likes right now, which is great, but I'd like to get up to 20. So hit that like button if you haven't already. And make sure the notification bell is hit and select all so you get notified of all of our lives and uploads. And you can follow along with the Trekyards adventure. You can also do that by joining the channel. There's a join button down there on YouTube, or you can head over to Patreon/Trekyards. It's another way to support us on a monthly basis. It all means the world to us and helps us out immensely. So whatever you're able to do, please do. It will be very beneficial. Do the things. But yes, there are links down below as well to the Teespring and the TeePublic store. So click those if you want to get some cool Trekyards merch or other merchandise. Lots of cool stuff in there, and clicking the link helps us out immensely as well. So just checking it out and putting some stuff in your cart. Maybe wait for a sale on TeePublic. That would be awesome because they have really good sales. So, and Classic for Real next week, not next week, on Thursday when we come back to lives. This week we'll be doing verses. So if you want to pit like anime ships against Star Wars ships or Star Trek ships or Battlestar Galactica versus Andromeda, whatever you want to do, that'll be on Thursday. Today's smashing the ships together. On Thursday will be actually the verses. So Classic for Real tie and Spaceship Yamato. Nope. The tie's right, obviously. But that is actually the Phoenix from Battle of the Planets, or Gachamon. So looks like a TIE fighter and Imperial both in Star Wars. Yeah, no, those two absolutely different franchises. That's an anime ship, Battle of the Planets, also known as Gachamon. And it's the Phoenix combined with a TIE fighter. They kept the color scheme of the Phoenix and a lot of the shapes of the Phoenix, but I love the way they incorporated that with the tie. It looks really cool. Again, the AI is doing asymmetrical things by putting a gun on one side but not both, which is fine. And it looks like the two tail fins at the back are also different sizes, but it's fine. It actually works really well. I was kind of impressed with this. I wasn't sure how the Phoenix would blend with other ships. So I'd like to see the Phoenix in a Star Destroyer, actually. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I like it. It seems like small, it's a TIE fighter size ship, and it's quite aggressive with that point on the front. So,
Indeed. Yeah, this I thought was one of the lovely little successes I had. It just kind of, I mean, it's silly, right? But there have been sillier TIE fighters. Let's just say that, you know.
you're not wrong. Yeah.
And you could do so many logic things with this of having the front bit a ram in
A cleave ship.
Yeah, yeah, and one ion cannon, one stabby cannon, or maybe the thing as it flies, it can go down and then hit the ground in placements as it's flying just below the wing line.
Maybe this is like the removable weapons or the detachable weapons pod on the Defiant. That pointy piece just detaches and launches into something that's massive explosive.
I mean, something to be said for it being like a dedicated drop, like land craft. I mean, right? But I love the color scheme. The fact that it sort of kept the consistency between the two pieces kind of works. And this is where the subtlety. Those are really good, accurate emitter sides, and the front, the dome thing. It's a nice looking dome. It's not quite perfect, but it's damn near close. Yeah, this is a really successful weirdness, because that's what it is. Really, it's a weirdness, but it's good. I like it.
Nobody got it. Classic guessed it might have been a TIE fighter and Battleship Yamato, and it's like, nope. It's anime though, so it's fair.
Yeah, there's a few weird. I did a few TIE fighters, because TIE fighter is such a distinct thing that if it does the TIE fighter style, then it has to make the new weird AI piece in the middle. If it changes the TIE fighter style, how far can it go into be a TIE fighter or not? So I'm interested to see if more people want TIE fighters, what you can do with that. It intrigues me.
Indeed.
It intrigues me.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it'll be
everyone
interesting to see.
Birthday as well. Live is just birthday. Give us a like.
Yes, my birthday's tomorrow, guys. So any support you can offer. I should have grabbed a drink. I could have drinking during this one. Damn it. I still could go get one, but
$5 and you will.
But yeah, Classic for Real's first one. He thought it was a versus, so he said to hold that off till Thursday because I explained that Thursday is the versus. But
well, screw you. I still have one of yours.
Exactly.
So screw you. I only can half read these because I'm doing it so quickly. Waha! Read out what he said and then see what I actually did based on what I thought he said. Yeah.
Classic for Real, $10.
Thank you.
Av Savano, I'll DM. I'll link to Sam in Discord. Versus the Queen personal Borg cube and 5 Borg cubes plus the Queen versus Starkiller base.
So what did I do, Stuart?
Also, can't wait for Foley's birthday stream tomorrow. We'll use Starkiller base and a Borg cube.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll be honest. That. It was a bit stupid looking, but so is Starkiller base. Right. Like, that's not bad. I'd be scared of that.
And we have a poll up. Go vote. Which universe is the best for design? Stargate or BSG? Which BSG?
Which Stargate? Right? The compendium of all three. Besides, how many ships are really in the original BSG?
There's a lot in the fleet.
But a lot of them are repeated in the new fleet. I mean, how many, like, one-off only in that versus in both? 10? 15? Oh.
I prefer the OG designs.
Like, they don't bump into very many ships. That's kind of the point, right? They have a fleet and then...
Yeah.
So it's not really a show for ships. It's a show for these... it's like if you only saw the last Star Destroyer versus the last Rebel Cruiser, you'd only get, like, 7 ships. But that's fine. But yeah, what do you think of our Star Killer Cube?
Is it an optical illusion? Did they paint that on to look like it could be square? Because it's still quite spherical. It's an odd one for sure.
Yes.
I do like the idea of a Borg cube with like a big cannon like that in it that's red instead of green.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I like how, it looks like it's infecting the entire planet with its nonsense.
It's assimilating Starkiller base.
And I don't know if it knew it was doing that, but I think that's actually a rather an effective visual trick. I quite like that for as silly as it is. Cool.
Yes. You'll have to let me know if I should read the next one or not. When these are done, because I never know when they're done, so I'm not sure when to read.
I have Ray's Babylon 5.
Ray Ricks, 5 pounds. A Federation Deep Space Nine Voyager era version of the B5 White Star.
Just submitting the next one, which is rather silly. Bloop. Okay. Bloop.
So I would say that one from Class for Real is not really a win as far as... oh my god, that is cool.
Oh, there you go.
See, I like the White Star. I like the shapes on that. That's Trekified. Although the cannons are a bit much. And the canopy or the whatever seems like it makes it look like a smaller ship than it is.
Which is fine.
Yeah. But honestly, that's fucking cool. Yeah. Gotta put some like a banner on there.
Pennant.
You could definitely make that Star Trek. But the nacelles look fantastic. That's a great idea.
So would we assume that the ends of the nacelles are weapons as well, a la...
Probably.
Yeah, and therefore the Bassards are, we'll accept their side facing.
Yeah.
I mean, a big part of the original White Star was that if you look up, you see this big holographic... the room turns into a spectacle, right? So are we adding that to this as well? So it's a a fleet control thing. So you need a big space. Well,
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, hell, that kind of looks like ProStar Bridge window, kind of.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah. Put a ProStar interior in there.
Yeah.
You're good to go. Some kind of strange kind of drive system prototype ship. Yeah.
And you could easily put, and it's kind of sad though, like the beak mouth, like the grin of the ProStar at the bottom would fit fine. Be unrealistic, but it'd work. I'm missing more glows. I kind of wish there's. I mean, I wish there's no design here, right? It's invented, right?
Yeah.
I would love to see somewhere in the back fin area those 3 little circle detail glows of the Defiant. I think it needs more very tastefully placed things back there.
Yeah. I'd also get rid of the cannons, smooth that out, and make those like 2 phaser strips on the side.
Oh yeah. Or torpedo launchers and then phaser strips below it.
Yeah, but scale those down to be the torpedo launcher. That's not so big. But yeah, that works really well. Again, or some kind of fighter as well, if you want to do fighters in Trek. It's a little elaborate. Looks like something Tom Paris would have designed because, he likes fins and hot rods. So it definitely has that kind of vibe. Yeah.
What do you guys
cool.
think?
Good choice, Ray. I like that. Yeah. Let us know what you guys think about this one in the chat there. And go vote in the poll. We have 16 votes. We like to get 20 for those, if at least 20.
Least,
So 4 more people if you want to vote. And 26 people here and 19 likes. Guys, hit that like button. I said I wanted to get to 20 right at the beginning there. So we're 1 away. Hit like for my birthday at least.
Birthday Eve, guys. He's gracing all his birthday Eve presents.
Bask in my glory. Yay. Yes, and we've seen cannons in Trek before. Oh, I know we have, but it just doesn't quite fit the aesthetic. Like the rest of it feels very Federation-y. Something about those just seems a bit much.
Well, it's too literal, right?
Yeah.
It's too much White Star. Speaking of celebratory, it's my 9-year anniversary with Marie today. We had the Saturday to today together, and then she left sort of an hour and a half ago, for various real life reasons. But yeah, 9 years.
Awesome! Congrats.
Thank you. It's
I think your anniversary is the day before my birthday,
and the day after Emma's birthday. Which it's been a few years. I've not put that together, given that even though it's the same days.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit crazy. So yeah, 9 years.
Awesome.
Dang. Yeah, White Star win there.
Dan Ben says it could be like the Relativity. Yeah, it could be one of the time ships, honestly, with the shapes it is. Just change the color a little bit, have it be part.
Yeah, you need to modify it a good chunk, but possibly it is that weird. Now this, you're not going to get any points for guessing what it is. But here it is anyway.
But I'm going to tell you what it is. It's an X-Wing and a Viper. And if the wings were all even, it would be pretty damn cool. I kind of like the idea of the Viper cockpit or canopy and the 3 engines, but then there's 2 underneath by the looks of it. So there's a lot going on here.
I mean, it did combine the 2, but it went here's some Lego.
Yeah.
That's why some of these are redesigned and some are just shoved together. But then, as we said before, again, extrapolating out, right? Take the left-hand winglets and just put the right into the left. Okay, cool. The 5, like I say, even 3 engines look quite nice. I like the new the new cockpit main design with the canopy, which is very similar to Viper. Works well. They're very similar ships, right? So it's interesting what they pulled. And the back fin is quite nice too. I mean, it's pretty safe, right?
Yeah, I would take that main body and then just change those wings. Maybe add an astromech droid slot somewhere. But
yeah, maybe in the cabin
you could be in the
with
cockpit.
you. Yeah,
exactly.
Hang out, right? You don't have to segregate into the deep vacuum of death space.
That's true.
Mean.
Yeah.
Not what There's some mean. Is it too safe though? You know.
A little bit, yes. They didn't take many risks at all.
But,
I would have preferred like more of a Viper style with the regular wings on the Viper, and then have like maybe another set of wings coming out that are X-Wing style, kind of near the tips of those. Something like that would be cool. Classic for real, $2. Smash that like button for Foley's birthday tomorrow. Yes.
Yes. What are your?
Yes.
If you can say any plans you've got ready to go?
Tomorrow, yeah. Usually, I'm gonna go get a haircut, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Sylvia's coming back in the afternoon, so I gotta go pick her up at the car rental place, and then I don't know what's happening exactly, but that's like late afternoon. That's happening, so
So I take
not much tomorrow. But
Yeah.
Friday, I know we're going to the Keg, which is a steakhouse, for dinner, and then on the weekend, I've got a party on Saturday and a party on Sunday, so it's a busy weekend.
It's almost like a lion calm before the storm. It's like, the birthday week. Calm, calm, calm. Ah! Ah!
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
My birthday's obviously not very far away as well.
Yeah, June 7th.
June 7th is a weekend for once, which is incredibly rare. I remember I had two in a row when I was at school. I was like, oh my god, birthdays on weekends? What the hell? I can have a day off my birthday? What? And then you get used to it a bit. You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, because 2 years really means 3 years, because you've the love of that continues past the actual date. Then it's I think maybe I had 3 with the third one on a bank holiday, happened to be. So it was like that's a lot of your kid life. 3 birthdays in a row, actual days off, and then you realize that's not what life is. And you realize, oh no, you're working every birthday.
Yep.
Give or take. So it's nice to be back around again. Yeah, 32, almost a third of a century. It's horrifying.
I'll be 51, so.
Yeah, but you're not nearly 60% of a century, so it's fine. Alright, what do you give this out of 10, Stuart and our audience, for comments? As is. We're going to be fair, right? Some of these do work.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
For the execution of this, I'd say like 3.4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not fantastic.
3.4 wings out of X.
Yes.
Alright, next.
Classic for real, $5. Okay, sure. I can save my first super for Thursday. Well, too bad. We did it already.
Yes.
In the meantime, Enterprise D combined with 30-minute Kayasha should be searchable, but I'll also DM Sam. Oh my god. It's a girl standing in front of a picture of the Enterprise.
Well, it is. You know. I mean, it's not what she really looked like. She has been customized a bit. They've kind of wear a uniform. And yeah, I combine the two, and I guess it didn't think people and machines are quite combinable. Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like the newest member of the Enterprise D crew. It's promotional art. Although the registry on the bottom of that saucer is not centered, and that annoys me so much. It's also got like Enterprise C styled, not Enterprise C style, but the Ambassador class that came later styled end caps.
Oh, and look at the deflector. That like curve. That's Enterprise C, mate. That's right. Ooh, okay. Yeah. The power of AI. Look, his next one worked quite well. Okay, that we've got, and it worked.
Okay.
Yes.
Classic for real, $5. P.S. Been trying to make my last super as a real physical model to send either April Fool's or your birthday, like 2 years ago. X-Wing and RX-78 Gundam. Interesting.
Do you know the Gundam in question?
Yes.
There it is.
Well, I just know a Gundam. That's the Gundam I think of.
Excellent. They are all feeling more similar than not. Wabam! It did kind of work.
Gotta love the color scheme on that X-Wing. That's cool. R2's the head, I guess. And that's cool.
He's chilling out, happy to be there.
Where did the fin come from? Probably the last.
Yeah.
The X-Wing looks really good, though. I do really like that. Just added legs to the bottom, which is interesting. Kind of like Robotech, the transforming. Well, Robotech and they're all kind of the same. But anyway.
Yeah.
I do like that R2's popped out a bit, although it looks a little awkward. I actually kind of just wish it was the dome. But
It's cool.
The built up back section around the astromech area, I like that for an X-Wing. That looks really cool.
And it's cool they did kind of, like, we didn't ask for R2, and they did, did a pretty good go trying to. I appreciate it. It ain't bad, and that would be a sucky thing to have to, create in person, so.
He looks quite horny.
What?
Nothing. What? Sorry, about the sounds. My Lo is dreaming, barking in her sleep.
Okay.
But yeah. No, that's actually cool. I really like the paint scheme. I like the way it built up the back of the X-Wing around the canopy and stuff. Got like little vents there that are on the front of the Gundam. And actually having a tail fin on an X-Wing is a pretty cool thing, honestly. I would move it up to the black area behind R2 personally, but yeah, I like it.
Who's flying it is the question.
It's autonomous. It's fine. Yeah. Fair.
But submit, guys, there are loads more.
Yes. It'll be fun.
Okay, so we've got this one, which is a doesn't really work, but that's kind of charming.
A Razor Crest and a gold ship.
Yes. Does it work?
No.
Oh.
It looks like a Playmobil or Play School version of the Razor Crest, the way it's all stubby.
Yeah.
And again, doing the asymmetrical thing with the guns. I just don't know why they choose to do that. I do like the color scheme of the bronze, though.
Is bronze pretty good?
Like the ancient gold, whatever you want to call it. Antique gold. Yeah, looks good.
What if I say they decided to? There's no they decide.
The AI decided. Our AI overlords have decided this is how it should be.
Yes. Oh, I'm going to set a goal as well, guys.
Set a goal? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We like hitting a goal. Those are fun. Goal established. Let's see the goal. The goal is 10 $5 super chats, and you get a bonus ship of our choosing.
Yeah.
Cool. So 0 to 10 right now, and you have what? 30 minutes.
Yeah. Should get
29 minutes and 34 seconds now.
That's a pretty easy goal. Putting some fun ideas.
Classics like, bruh, right after my supers already? Yeah, well, didn't think of it earlier. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, this feels like a Play School version of the Razor Crest. It's all stubbified. And also not the Play School version because it's got a big pointy thing on the top that you could like stab your eye out with or step on. So I don't like what it did to it, honestly. You could have done something better with those two. But
well, funnily enough, it's I understand it. It's insisting to keep the point, but as a big giant element. But you could have kept the housing elements or the gold. So less about the point, more about the overall vibe. But it decided to keep the literal thing. I get it. Wouldn't have gone for it myself.
Yeah.
But it's a bit crazy, right? So I was going to bring it earlier, but we had a fun fan one. So let's talk about the original thumbnail one, which was the Death Star mothership in full detail.
That looks better full detail, like full image.
Yeah, the colors are garbage, so I'm brightening it so you can see the whole thing. But yeah, what do you think? It's very much done what it says on the tin, but What do you think?
Works really well. It feels like one of the next iterations the Empire would come up for the Death
Ooh.
Star. More armored, covering up those exhaust ports with all that shit. No one's getting in here. Yeah. And it can rotate. It'd be cool if it could rotate inside, like hide the gun for
Oh, I
maintenance.
like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Hmm.
me, it looks as if an alien race got the plans to Death Star, said, "I like that butt," and then
I
everything
like
else on
that
top of
butt
that.
too. I'm a butt man.
Good man. So they built it probably smaller scale because there's no windows, and you can build that much smaller, right? Like, it's a good shape to build on various scales, and then did a sort of a flagship design around it.
Yeah.
But I mean, making a diamond around a circle ball, stop, not bad.
Sphere.
Thank you. Good and tight.
Perfect.
Uh, and you can even argue all the different arms do something different. One could be a weapon arm, one could be a fighter arm, because they're so distinct, right? I kind of like it. It's dumb, but I kind of like it.
Jonathan Copeland asked a question: is this multiple ship parts we can suggest, or is it just two ships together? Because I have Kitbuzz ship from SCO. Just the two ships, and we'll let AI do its thing.
I
Let
mean,
it decide what parts to
yeah, you
use.
can try and request some more specific, but the ability for it to do it is not guaranteed. So it's a more fun, open suggestion if it's like this plus this. But if you want to be really specific, you can try. We cannot guarantee success.
And
Yes.
yeah, Jonathan Copeland goes on to say, looks like a Stargate and Star Wars together, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's the Death Star and a gold mothership. Dun, dun, dun. It's also got Borg vibes. Like you could change the
Hmm.
texturing of this completely, put some green glows inside of it, and like another version of their diamond ship. Yeah, I think that's cool.
It's pretty good.
Daniel, okay, Jack, how are we stopping this one? Look for a small thermal exhaust port. What
Yeah.
is that?
Oh. Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Where are we going next?
Ray Ricks, £5. Thank you, Ray. Borg assimilated shadow vessel.
This is an interesting one for it to handle, and I think it did a good job. Shadows, of course, are the Babylon 5 race. Provide a good render, it has a good framework, and it's made it even more bug-like, and honestly, quite scary looking, I think is fair to say. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's absolutely terrifying. It looks insectoid-like, so it gets all those arachnophobia vibes. And it works. The green glows, I think, look great on this. It's not a simple shape that the Borg would normally, like cubes or spheres,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
this is a more advanced Borg. They assimilated the shadows. As a result, we got this. It works. I could see this facing off against, the Enterprise or even the Scimitar. See those two face to face? Kind of have the same like look with the wings, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, looks real mean. And I mean, the FCB5, the Shadows vessels are bad enough by themselves. Yeah, this on top, it is a recipe for chaos. Or just even just, I mean, if this was just in another random sci-fi alien race, of sci-fi, pretty nerve-wracking by itself, right? It's kind of just
Yeah.
a good sci-fi design.
Yeah. And it taps into that like primal fear of insects and stuff, which is cool. You can see it because it's not black, like in space. So it works. I think this is a really good idea. Good suggestion, right? Love that. Also looks like it's all glass. It almost feels like a cathedral ship, like something from Event Horizon, because it looks like all glass. Like you just imagine
Hmm.
being inside and having this big like room that's all just the green glow.
Yeah, obviously you can go in a thousand different directions, but imagine if that middle bit was an open space, like you say, but it's the central core of a Thaleron cannon ship,
Yes, it's definitely give it their own vibes. Yeah.
and it's like a cathedral. Let's be honest, like Takuma's ship, Sarcophagus ship, that sort of bit.
I was gonna say that
Yeah,
when I said
yeah,
to be honest, it reminds me of it, and I
yeah.
thought I was gonna say Klingon sarcophagus ship, but then I
Yep.
thought, no, not really.
I know.
So,
I took the bullet for you. I took it.
thank you.
Your cred is intact, birthday boy.
But it does feel very Event Horizon-y as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I'm saying I like your visual of that front little bit, open window, open space, and then just pulsing energy of the Thalaron all around you, and it's much like a Deredex. It's a weapon of fear. So like, come at me, bro. I will Thalaron the shit out of you. Those who are doing Thalaron, it's in Nemesis, the Star Trek movie. It's a kill all matter, particle radiation. You die.
mm-hmm.
Like, do they?
The only thing organic.
Yes,
they kept
true.
the buildings and stuff intact. Yeah. So.
That's pretty great. I mean, it's too close to, which it should be. It's too close to a shadow vessel if you're doing it as a new design. But yeah, this would be great. Possibly, and the last thing on it, it's maybe too literal as just a scary version. So if you're doing it fresh, you'd be like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for this process, it is really great.
I would, instead of a Borg assimilated shadow vessel, it'd be cool if this was a Borg cube and a shadow vessel combined. It would be interesting to see what it would come up with.
Yeah.
Because it would have changed the shape. It wouldn't have just used the.
Well, you know how we do that, guys. We don't say it. You just say it. Hey.
Classic for real. $5. It's your birthday. It's almost your birthday anniversary. So fine. Here's money. A Borg assimilated whatever Kylo Ren's Snoke Mega Star Destroyer was called.
Yes. Do you remember what the name of it was, Stuart?
No, I don't actually.
Well, that's what it was called. Do you remember The Last Jedi? Are you a fan of The Last Jedi? Do you think it's the best Star Wars movie? And if you don't, then you're wrong.
Well, then I'm wrong, because it's not even close. It's not even close to being the best, so it's fine.
I'm also joking. It's easily the worst Star Wars movie.
Oh,
like
I thought I was gonna have to kill you next time I saw you, but
like it's easily the worst.
I had filed that away in my brain. Kill Sam next time.
Like Phantom Menace at least has some good bits.
Mm-hmm.
Wah wah.
So is this the Borg assimilated version?
Nope, I don't think anyone remembers the ship, so this is just the standard. Remind yourself. Didn't quite work because it's a very weird shape. So but here you go. That's why I understood.
Well, I mean, I can just picture the last image we saw with this applied, and just Borgifying or assimilating anything. I love that glow. The pattern on this is really good. The bright spots look really good. It looks like there's things that have been morphed around.
Sort of
as per
organic
assimilation.
metal almost.
Yeah. Like the ship got damaged when the Borg attacked and they repaired it, but not,
I like that.
Yeah, because it works now. It just doesn't look like it used to.
It doesn't have to. It kills you better.
Yeah. And that green glow is very menacing. So yeah, that works actually really well. Although it doesn't really feel like a ship.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing was just a big giant blade. In the sense of like it was a thin weapon. It was always a weird one. But straight if you want to read out and finish the poll, we can start a new one.
Okay. The poll. Which universe is the best for design? Stargate wins with 64%. BSG 36%. Yeah. Classic for real. I'm gonna read this one because it's just talking about something we just talked about. $2. No, you are wrong. The Rise of Skywalker somehow manages to be worse. Disagree. JJ did some cool stuff in that to kind of make it feel more like Star Wars again. And it's not great cohesive piece, but I felt a lot better coming out of the movie theater watching that than I did the Last Jedi. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the Rise of Skywalker is dumb fun. Emphasis on dumb. No, emphasis on dumb and fun, to be honest. And don't think about it. But he didn't know. He didn't know that he did not know that he was doing the blade with the thing until he was basically filming it. Because there's some behind the scenes picking the blade, and they're literally filming it like 2 weeks away. So obviously the film was a clusterfuck because it's quite an important part of the plot and it doesn't make sense. I had to pick something and go. And that's all their faults, right? All of their faults. But I believe they had like JJ was off for the thing. And it's like, it starts shooting in like a month, and there's no script, no story. But that's when we're shooting. He's like, and he took it, but for some reason they couldn't say, "Oh, we'll push it back 6 to 8 months." But I guess all the contracts are signed, right? Fine, but it's like you did it to themselves. They did it to themselves.
Well,
all those 3 films did it to themselves.
Okay, after we're done reviewing all the Star Trek films, we're gonna review all the fucking Star Wars ones. I've made up my mind now. I'm gonna do Drunkyards on those because this whole concept that I'm going to talk about now is just a whole debate we have. The idea of the Wayfinder makes no fucking sense because somebody had to craft that blade to match the debris of the Death Star, and take into account that debris is going to rust. Well, it may not rust because of the metal they use, or whatever. But it's in a sea, it's in an ocean. It's going to shift. It's going to change. It's going to degrade. It's whatever. Like, it just doesn't make sense to hold and to get the Wayfinder knife. It's stupid. It's a stupid concept. It's absolutely stupid. If it was an ancient artifact or something that it matched up to, that would make a lot more sense. But anyway, it's fine. Join us for our Drunkard Star Wars reviews starting next year sometime.
Yeah, it's just yeah, and I'll always be amused that Harrison Ford agreed to the dump load of money, but he probably refused to shave his face. It's like, I'm coming for one afternoon, I refuse to shave. So, okay, Harrison, please film it, please. We killed everyone else off, please.
Killed you too, but come back anyway.
Because he's never been disheveled in all the films, even after being carbonite. He didn't have stubble. And yet, why is a hallucination a stubble? He just refused to shave. There's no other reason Harrison has to have beard stubble, right? There's no, and it was distinct, like, a week of don't care.
Harrison Ford's kind of I like him, but he's kind of an asshole, especially in interviews. And he reminds me a lot of my dad with his attitude. So, but I just wish he had more respect for what got him where he was. That's all.
Well, I mean, Indiana Jones.
Yeah. But
honestly,
nobody wants to talk to you about that, really.
Nope.
All the interviews I see, he's focused on Star Wars,
because he proved he was a good actor in Indiana Jones, because he wasn't exactly in the other films super much. The last one,
Yeah. Like, I like the guy, but there's just things about him that kind of piss me off. That's okay.
I would like to have met him when he wasn't playing a character of himself. He was just playing the grumpy man. Because how much of that is the bit, right?
Yeah, it's expected now for him to come on and be kind of.
And it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah. But there's a few fun clips of him just breaking that character and just having fun.
Well, seeing him like we're going way off topic here, but
I'm AIing. I'm rolling them.
I know. We're vamping. Seeing him in interviews around the Empire Strikes Back time, where it's like they're getting paid a lot of money for this movie that's highly anticipated because Star Wars did so well. He's much different. It's kind of like Shatner. Watching Shatner interviews around the time of Star Trek 2, Star Trek 3, where it's like, this is my money now.
My kids.
My cash cow.
Yeah.
Now they're to the point where they're so successful that they kind of look down on it. It's just I agree. But oh well.
But it must be so odd though. Like 64 days of filming has defined your entire life.
But,
right?
I mean, if it's
60
a love
years,
character,
and some of those days you said almost nothing, so you happened to be in 2 shots.
But it's much beloved character and franchise, and it's paid you a fuck of a lot of money, not just to film them, but from residuals, from autograph signings, from respect where you came from, man.
But if all of your best work is not in Star Wars, and also about Star Wars, it's gonna piss you off. It's like if people said to you, the Foley Mark 1 that you and Barry did is the best Foley, and only talk about that, and you're like, I know I did 7 more. So, no, that first one. It's all they talk about in every interview. It's like, I've done better ones.
Yeah, but I'm in the interview for a reason, and if it was that, I'd be like, yeah, I mean.
And then imagine 20 in a weekend because you're doing a press tour.
I'd be fine with that, Sam. You know me. I'd be smiling through the whole thing. I'd be giddy and pleasant the entire time. No comment. That's fine.
Can you tell yourself that? All right, next.
Classic for real, $5. Okay, Foley, because you said so. Combine Enterprise D with Magami device Durga to minimum armor. I'll DM a pick. These are not ships.
I apparently made her a ship though. So I was very clear with the AI. I said, make it like a ship. Like, add as many elements of Enterprise D into her armor as possible. Now, it's changed her armor quite a lot, but as you can see, on you know, you must look at the Enterprise D logo, the registry. It's very important to look at that.
Oh, this is the combined one as well. I thought this was just two different versions of the same character. Oh, there's nothing. I mean, I'm looking at her chest and I see a registry, and that's fine. The thigh-high stockings, quote unquote stockings with the registry's great too.
Because it did change the design quite drastically. But where are the phaser strips? Where are the RCS thrusters? Where are the
razor
escape
strip
pods?
is covered by the cod piece area thing.
No shit, that lasered off.
Oh.
Honestly, it also looks like a massive.
Where's the photon torpedo launchers? Oh, they're behind the registry. Sorry.
Mega phaser strip, mega phasers.
What are you gonna say?
It looks like Mass Effect armor. And actually quite, I mean, very slutty, but quite a good Mass Effect armor. And did it make her thinner? Yeah, it like gave armor to her, the side of her waist, which makes it look thin. It's not really, but I gave her thigh a waist armor.
Yeah, yeah.
And a better belly button than the original one.
Yeah. I mean, AI is fat shaming now. Even though the other one's not at all fat.
No. But it is interesting though. It's like the Star Trek 1 movie Admirals. It's slimming. The fact that it's adding armor to her waist makes it look thinner, but she isn't. That's really interesting. Say, Classic, you gave us an interesting social experiment right then.
I wish the sword had like the delta on it and the pinstripe all the way down.
Yeah, it's not different enough to say they did anything different with it, even though that was the entire point there. Yeah. Well, there we go, guys. We all learned something here.
And at least they didn't put a giant deflector on her crotch. Because that could easily go wrong.
Yeah. Next.
Sabertooth Raptor, $5. Birthday today. How about a Y-Wing merge with a Runabout? Well, happy birthday, Sabertooth Raptor. Mine's tomorrow. So you're sharing a birthday with Sam. It's his anniversary with Marie today.
Yes.
9 years, so.
I assume you're older than 9, so we don't quite match, but you know, maybe close.
So, a Paragon fighter matched with an A-Wing.
Oh. That one didn't download then.
That was a Y-Wing.
Wait.
Oh, no, that's the next one. Sorry. How about a Y-Wing merge with the Runabout? That's what that was. Sorry. There's 2 from him, and just shut the fuck up. Okay, so we got the Runabout top part in the middle there. Yep. I wish I would have done like 3 windows at the front or something, but it feels Star Trekky still, except for the engines. Even those, if you filled in the back part, colored them correctly to be nacelles, they would work really well. It's interesting. I can see bits of the Runabout in there, but it's not different enough. I almost would have preferred a Runabout with like Y-Wing engines in place of the nacelles or something, because it just kept the Y-Wing shape, and I don't know. It's a good mix of both, I think, but it's not quite what I would expect. I don't know what to expect with half of these, so no.
You're just happy to be here.
No, not really.
You're just mildly pleasant to possibly be here with me sometimes, but not today.
I'm here against my will, and I'm pretending I'm a very good actor. I have a gun to my head. Sam has a remote gun mounted over there that he aims at me daily. Little red lights on, which means I'm in trouble. Just kidding. I don't know. I think this was mildly successful. I don't know what the thing on the side is supposed to be. It's an odd choice. I don't know what it drew from that. Like where from the Runabout that came from. There's even a blue glow strip in front of that, which
Deflector.
interesting. Mm.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean it's like it's done it. It's done a really good job at making a new design, and I could very much see this as being, even though the shapes don't quite work, I could see this being a Star Wars bigger A-wing or bigger Y-wing, as if that cockpit is now like a big room. Do you know?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Just everything's been kind of like strengthened a bit, and the back bit I can now see being several rooms and kind of Bird of Prey. You know, you go through the neck into the back. You know, that sort of vibe. I don't know why there's no Bassards. That seems like an obvious version or obvious thing to have. Meh.
Although I do like the glow that's on the one closest to us. It seems like it's being emitted from something in front of it. It's just the way it looks is quite cool. Or it's a semi-transparent dome, which has a glow underneath.
Well, hell, that would certainly be a bit of both, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I just wish it was on both sides in that case. So, although there's a light on this thing protruding from the front, so if there's a light on the back that we're not seeing, it just looks like the light's hitting the dome, right?
And I will remind you guys, you can put another 5 to ask for orthographics of any given ship. So if you absolutely love one of these and you say make every view, we can do that, or like just make a top view, right? So there's this submit a design thing. You can sort of keep it going on one ship in particular if you fall in love with one and want to see a bit more detailed. It's possible. Some of these might just work. Some of them might not.
I wish it was. I wish it wouldn't cut them like that, though. I wish it would do like widescreen.
I mean, most of them it does, and yeah,
Yeah.
it varies. But the poll, you can now finish it up.
I didn't even read the poll.
I know.
Does this work? Runabout Y-wing. Yes, 62% say it works. No, 38%. 13 votes.
Though 2 more supers needed for a bonus one. We have 5 minutes left. So put in 2 more. Or 1 more. Put in 1 more if you want to see a bonus one.
Yes, one more $5 super chat to hit our goal. Like you said, there's just over 5 minutes left, so a 5-minute time and 5-minute or $5 super chat. Next to Sabertooth Raptors again, the Paragon fighter mashed up with an A-wing. It's pretty successful, if I'm honest. I kind of like it better than the Paragon fighter.
Ooh.
I kind of like it better than an A-wing. So, I mean, it works in that regard. Again, they're not symmetrical on both sides, but we're just going to assume that they are. The wing kind of sits different on the side furthest away from us. But even asymmetrical from the top would be kind of cool on this one. You know? No, I think it did a good job of smoothing out a lot of the Paragon stuff to kind of make it feel more Star Warsy, which is weird to say because Star Wars ships aren't smooth, but A-wings are. It's just a weird one. Yeah. Big cannons like that. I would say this is a mild success. Not a great success.
Yeah, I like the different paint schemes. I mean, certainly if you're doing a bit more consistently,
Yeah.
you would integrate some more red into the wings. But yeah, I mean, the head model's pretty good. I like the guns. I like all the little circle detail, the little cut-ins it's kept in the rest of the design. Yeah, it really is sort of both. I think you're losing most of the A-wing, really. Like it's saying, it's Paragon some A-wing of elements, but you know, as a if you take out the guns, right, it could be a Red Squad style Paragon support fighter.
Yeah.
Kind of has that slightly more sleek vibe.
And congrats, we hit our goal thanks to Ray Rex.
Boom.
Thank you, Ray.
Super and duper. We'll wait for, if you can watch the poll when it's at 13 votes, we'll move on. So vote in if you think it works.
Let's go vote on the poll. Does this ship work? The wing of green. The A para-ring. Whatever you want to call it. See you later, Donnie. The larger guns on the outside and torpedo launchers on the inside might be better. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can see that. Dan Ben says War Trek ugly. Sounds like a caveman. War Trek ugly.
Yeah,
I
I
think it
mean, you
works.
could. Yeah, I like the kind
Works
of.
for both universes too. I can see this in Star Wars. I can also see this in Trek. That's another way we should probably metrics these. Um, but yeah, I think this would work in both.
But it's also that how much it doesn't work, right? A bit of tweak, yeah, could work in either. Not bad.
Yep. And it feels like it's still the size of an A-wing. It doesn't feel like it's scaled it up at all or anything like that. Not that it would, because the Paragon's not super big. But yeah, it's got a good cohesive feel to it. I could definitely see it in Star Wars. I could definitely see it in one of the animated shows like Rebels or something. So, yeah. Okay.
Where are we going next?
Well, we got 15 votes on the poll. Does this design work? Yes, 93%.
Well, there you go. Very nice. Well, let me throw in one of the bonus ones while we are in between. Now, don't say it out loud, but what have I combined? And let me know if you know, Stuart. And what do you guys think? What have I combined?
I'm pretty sure I know.
Okay, so Stuart thinks he knows. Write it now on your board and reveal when time comes. What have I combined here?
You're asking me now?
No, I'm asking the audience. I'm saying keeping it brain. Let's not be combined. Let's see if you're right. Let it know.
This is one of the other thumbnails I could have chosen from. I almost picked it, but I was more impressed with the Death Star one. Yep, I know. Mario says Starbug. Yeah, but combined with what? Ozzy says the Eagle 5. No. No.
I mean, it's definitely one that you cannot get. But, you know, it's intuitive thinking.
Yeah, and the classic, no, he didn't get it. It's not Eagle 5.
Guess. What did we combine?
I think Marcus got it.
Oh.
I'm going to just say it. Is it Starbug and a Raptor from BSG?
Nope.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Nope.
Then I have no idea.
Oh, wow. And there you were, Mr. Confident. Last minute, guys. What did we combine?
Folder says the Defiant, the side pods, maybe?
I felt you'd see Bassards if that was the case.
Dan Ben says Thunderbirds.
No, but
I can see where each of those are coming from. Let's be honest.
Yep. And that's the thing. It's done some real design work here. Some real and design work. Okay. Let me have a brief look. It is the drum roll, please. Starbug, no shit, and the Battlestar Galactica modern version.
Oh yeah, I can see the engine now
with a full side pod, yeah, and the engines.
I don't know if that was super successful. But I mean, it's a good look for Starbug if they had to like redo Starbug, like Red Dwarf 2009 type deal. This would be pretty good. I gotta say.
Joy.
If J.J. Abrams did it, it wouldn't look anywhere near this good, or Ryan Church.
Please, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I think while I wouldn't necessarily have said that, it is, I think, successful, like minibus Starbug, right? With the extension, kind of vibe. It's changed the front, but it's kept significant. Yeah. Like it's kept. But they sort of throw out everything that is BSG except the paneling and the sort of side pods, kind of.
Yeah, I really thought it was the Raptor. I don't know why. That's the first thing I thought when I saw the thumbnail. Like instantly, within a second or two, I'm like, "That's what he did."
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, but I appreciate BSG. In fact, the design language you got was the same universe, just not the same ship. Despite Raptor and BSG not looking anything like per se, but that's impressive. That it was there somewhere, right? So I like that. Good job. All right, next.
Saber-tooth Raptor again, $5. A Borg assimilated Venator.
And remind us, which is Venator, so those that know.
Piece of shit.
Wow.
It's one from the Clone Wars. It's an ugly ship. I don't know why people like it so much.
It's better than the one from the first movie, which is just a little grey triangle.
Yes. Sure.
But
Which first movie, what? Star Wars?
Yes, that grey triangle. No!
Okay.
Attack of the Clones in that one scene.
Sure. Yeah, it's better than that.
It's a fine little ship. That's very much like a troop carrier vibe. That one's a battleship vibe. Vabam.
I don't understand the Venator load. I really don't.
Or is it course it gets everywhere?
Yeah. Of course, enough and irritating. Sure. I mean, successful.
I think very assimilated would be a way of expressing it. Like that thing has not got any yeah, that thing is yeah.
Yeah, I think that was successful. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. And anytime you say assimilate a ship, it just does that. So let's be fair.
And it's not that wrong.
I want to see an assimilated Phoenix from G-Force now. That's what I want to see. So that's blue and red. So it'll be interesting to see what it does with the color scheme on that.
Anywho, I mean, looks pretty devastating. Looks pretty mean. There are some pretty pew-pews. I want to face it. And I do quite like the glowing bits. Kind of
the glowing bits look good.
But I mean, but the big glowing bits, the techie, not just the random windows, the implication they're like some sort of drive or whatever. Because I mean, not I'm saying I should do every fan film ever, but there are certain concepts that would be interesting. You know, have some sort of dock where some Star Wars officers and there's a Borg now, like a Borg part of a sphere flies into a random star system, and once it gets aboard, it assimilates. You know, like that's an interesting concept, like kind of a tech plague, right?
Yeah.
How would bloody Star Wars people deal with it? You know.
And Dan B says that ain't an assimilated Venator. That's a Borg built from the ground up Venator.
It's both. It's neither. It's AI. But yeah, seriously, like, you know, can you imagine Star Wars? It would be the you know, the plague of all of our ships being taken over, and you know, they're so basic in tech, Star Wars ships, that if you ramp up the power levels, if you give them faster drives, which is already silly because they're so fast, like amped up even further. Imagine an instant hopping from planet to planet, and then back, and then around, and yeah.
And Lewis Cox is here.
Oh,
first time I've seen that name, so welcome.
Greetings.
Oh, my favorite Star Wars ships and the Venator, but Borgified. Goddamn.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have seen the red stripe maintain, you know. But yeah, but I think
for any Borgified ships, it just changes the color to gray and green. I think it loses all the color in each of them, so that's why.
Not unfair,
with the Phoenix.
Not unfair. All right, next I'll do a poll for the next one.
Ray Ricks, £5. Asgard O'Neill class cruiser, all sovereignified.
So this is the reference.
All sovereignty.
If you guys don't know, obviously nicer in the show, but you know, nice clean shot. And that is what we have been given.
Ooh. I think that's quite successful. That kind of, again, it feels like it could be related to the Chariot class because they got the big fins for no reason, but there's got to be a reason. I like the nacelles on the side. I think that works really well as a Star Trek ship, but also it feels smaller than it is because you see the rows of windows there, but you got a cockpit. So it's like, pick your poison. What do you want?
Or don't in ChatGPT.
Yeah. The fins are a nice addition. It'd be cool if it was like an atmosphere ship. Doesn't need to be a spaceship and have the fins. Yeah. It's an odd one.
Yeah, because if you know it's trying to be Asgard, I can see it.
Mm.
If you don't, it feels like an atmospheric fighter, like you said.
Mm.
Hmm.
It's very interesting, though.
And boy, it's a long way away from like even a year ago. We said design a ship, and it's just the same bullshit. Remember the old days? We'd put,
Yeah.
and it would be the same sort of weird sci-fi random shapes. And here, like, no, we're pulling elements. There's bits, and this is nothing like other ships have done in the recent few
No.
lives. This is entirely different. Despite
What?
pulling some red from previous asks.
I'm just using my hand to cover up the fins, and just without the fins, it's such a cool Star Trek ship design. But you'd want to upscale it. You want to get rid of that cockpit. You want to do a few things to kind of change the look so it feels like a big ship, because it doesn't right now, you know? And there's windows in the nacelle.
What could the cockpit be if it... Oh, could it be the front shuttle bay? Really screw people over's mind. Well, or even just slides this way and then down.
Yeah.
Rolling
Well,
shuttle.
the middle part would slide back, and the side parts would slide into. Could be a big arboretum.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Is that too unreasonable? Oh, the giant shuttle bay?
No. But it looks exactly like a cockpit. Like you'd have to change something about it to represent a shuttle bay there. So overall, I think it works, honestly. I like the shapes. Even with the fins, I think it's pretty cool. But it just wouldn't be a big ship.
Yeah, it ain't bad. That's tricky. You're trying really sort of, pulling... Like, I wouldn't say it was sovereignty, but I get what it's trying to do. And that's always the fun, right?
Yeah. So go vote in the poll. Well, we have 17 votes right now. Does the Sovereignty O'Neill class work? Yes, 65%.
Okay.
No, 35. Nice.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Let me throw in one of my other ones as we continue to inspire you all. All right, see if you can guess what I pulled from for this.
An X-Wing and the Death Star.
No.
Okay. The Millennium Falcon and the Enterprise.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I can totally see it.
I mean, this guy's marvelous, right? He can just nail anything with two legs. Yeah, he's great. Really good.
As a TIE fighter design, it works really well. I don't know what it was paired with. It's obviously something U.S. military. I don't know if it's...
No, it's not.
That's weird because it's got the U.S.
It does. What? Why?
Like on a fighter jet. I don't know. I thought you were doing a fighter jet, but you're not making the fighter jets, so...
No, and I wasn't asked for it either. I mean, yeah. And okay, what do you think about the half tie wing with a gun?
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot too. Yeah, that's really interesting.
It'd be cool on both sides, but I also like it like that, like the asymmetrical look. I think it looks great. And those fins coming out the back, those look like it's going fast. It looks like a bug almost of some kind. Yeah. What did you mix it with? Keeping us in suspense.
The Razor Crest, which is why it's all grey now, like the Razor Crest, not like the TIE Fighter, and the bottom two
guns.
cannons, yeah, and the fins going out the back and slightly more curved. Yeah, I mean it's not either, but it's done a few things. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I just thought it would be like U.S. military.
No, I want to go something basic in a good way. Yeah, here's the crest, obviously. Oh, it's taken the front of the wings.
Yeah, it has a little bit, yeah. And some of the rust coloring with those panels.
Where the fuck is the U.S. Army symbol from, or any symbol?
I don't know, man. That's really fucking odd.
And don't put your middle cannons one a bit higher, one a bit lower. It's confusing. Make them the same. But I got it pretty successful. And to remind you, TIE Fighter, bright white, simple. Has it changed the... It's changed the inner ring a little bit.
Tad, yeah.
It's a bit bigger. As in the scale feels slightly bigger now. Huh. I think you really easily tweak that to make it a tie something. It's pretty good. I like that overall.
Yeah, that's really, really good. Right.
I dig it. Alright, next to Rooney for the fine audience.
Classic for real, $5. You got to do the backside of her, Sam, because this is in regards to Foley's being a butt man. Oh, no. That was for that Enterprise D girl.
As I said, Stuart, the next one if you're good.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Classic for real, $5. I got to read them all. Okay?
Yes.
I'm just saying. So don't give me shit for reading the next one when you say the next one. Because we're 3 supers away with 8 minutes to go for the goal, 32nd century era USS Discovery with the Rainforest ship. So I don't see any of the Discovery there. Well, I mean, and the elongated nacelle kind of maybe a little tad bit, but it feels more like an Enterprise era ship, honestly, with the way it's designed. I do love the ring up top. I mean, you could have that as part of your ship. It's the future, so your crew can go hang out in the rainforest. You know, you got like shopping malls in there, and like that's kind of cool. And the way it's incorporated that, and the addition of that thing on the top of the rainforest ship, facing forward, I think looks really good. Overall, as a ship, I think it works. Again, the nacelles aren't the same, but we'll just assume they are. It just doesn't feel 32nd century at all. It feels more primitive. It feels like an Enterprise era ship where they had to take some kind of biodome with them to generate oxygen or whatever, right? Or to just make it feel like home because the trip takes so long. And that for me it works, honestly, except again, the scaling issues were the little windows and then the big windows up front. So it's either like 2 seats up front there or it's a huge ship. Just change that little detail at the front, and I think it'd be much more successful. But I don't see the 32nd century Discovery anywhere. The only where there's a little glimpse of that is in the nacelles and the color, the blue glows. So, but yeah, this is actually pretty successful, I would think. But what do I know?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I read it as the classic Discovery, so I did that. But I don't know where the hell it's come up with the the main hull shape. So right. Yeah, I can kind of see the nacelles. They're weird. I mean, honestly, the Rainforest ship kind of is great if you took that as the main design, because you've grounded it in a slightly more structural feeling with a bridge module, windows, 2-layer, one of some hard armor, one of some more viewable window space. Actually, kind of great. I would cut that open and make that the ring ship, whatever. Yeah, yeah. But where the hell did I get the rest of it from? I don't know.
Doing its own thing. It's thinking outside the box, which is dangerous.
Yeah.
But overall, pretty successful. Like, what do you think of my idea of it being an older ship that takes a long time? So,
it's
take a
full
biodome with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to take an orchard of apples because we've got no bloody food. We can't replicate anything. We have to have cattle and trees and apples and olives and, pears and mangoes. Oh my. Yeah. Or the most weird AWAC pod ever. The front bit is the tech, the rest of it is biodome. Because you know what? F it. We've got space, we've got time, it's all good. Oh dear.
Colony ship. There you go.
Yeah, it works quite well. Like it's dumb. That's okay.
Well, it's both dumb and not at the same time. Like, she tweaks, you could get this exact same shape, be something really special and work, I think. So, although, which side do you prefer strut wise? I kind of like the strut on the opposite side, the way it's kind of more complex, but also the simplicity of the one closest to us is nice too. They're both really nice, but
I mean, I remember both from other things, I feel like. So I'm kind of like, either could work, honestly. I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's none of us expected that. right? We'll say that. It's definitely
True.
unique. You curveballed us, sir. You curveballed us.
To the balls.
What?
Nothing. It's one of the more successful ones we've had, I gotta say.
Just not necessarily the reason it pinks.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Ready for the next one?
I think so.
Okay, classic for real, $5. Ozzy's request for the Eagle 5
Yes.
with a TNG era shuttle. I guess just pick one. He didn't specify.
Yeah, this intrigued me to no end. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
the Delta even looks hand painted on. Like,
because I feel like it knew the assignment of shitty van can't change it much. Right? It understood that. So it didn't. But it did change it a lot. What did it do? You know the original so well. What did it do to make it look so weird?
well, scoop the thing up the back. What did you use as a shuttle?
Standard Type 6.
Mm.
I could not tell either, right?
Other than that, it shortened the Winnebago down to not be like a camper style, but more like you said, a van. The engine, like the wing detailing, is pretty much close to the Eagle 5. It didn't do much. And even the Delta doesn't feel like a professional Delta. It feels like some hippies that have this painted it on, and it's got a little bit of a swoosh in it. The one by the door is quite interesting as well, kind of being a star and a Delta. It didn't change too much, honestly. And pick a registry, for Christ's sakes. You've got NTC 70503, NCC 7053, NCO 70SA. Like, it's to confuse the authorities. Did you get the registry number? I did.
Space, no can hear you. Double check. So this is for reference, because I mean, fair enough, you don't know what the ship is. It's quite a niche ship. Fair to say, not a problem. And it is a ship. So that's how much it changed it. I mean,
like I said, shortened it, took a big chunk out that big window. The door is still the same shape.
It is sleeker. Right?
Yeah.
Well, oddly, now you're looking at this, the top pods of the original one kind of like Type 9s anyway. Or at least TOSs. TOS shuttles. Right? The main housing.
They totally do.
I
wouldn't be surprised if they used like a TOS shuttle model for that.
I mean, obviously tweak a bit more, but this is not a bad Winnebago A. What was it called? Eagle 5A. You know? Same but sleeker. Yeah. It's
interesting.
And would you, with a few tiny tweaks, would this be better for you if it was a movie? Because it would not literally be a van; it'd be the same stylistic but modified, but a model kit they made from scratch, or just a literal van with some stuff shoved on. Like, would it be better to be cut open a bit more in some different angles, or do you still go for the literality of the other?
Literality of it, yeah.
Does that work?
Apparently, sure, it is now. Classic for real, $2. You skipped my TOS with Enterprise Millennium Falcon. TOS Enterprise with Millennium Falcon. I did.
Well, there you go.
Classic for real, $5. Okay, a ship. This has to be an obvious one. TOS Enterprise and the Millennium Falcon. That's been done to death. People have built models of these.
I had to do two because the first one was dumb. So here's a better one.
Well, I want to see the dumb one now.
Oh. Well, let's review this one first.
That's pretty cool. It looks like a combined Battlestar Galactica in there as well.
Huh. What do you think? It's much better than the first one. And vote on this in a second.
With some tweaking, it's quite honestly kind of cool and could be a Star Wars ship, no problem. But yeah, it feels like a mashup of a few different things. The Falcon, Battlestar Galactica, the Enterprise, the Lost in Space ship from the 60s. It's got some funky stuff going on. And then to put one to sell at the back is an interesting idea too. Cockpit. I like the cockpit detail, even though it's very different than the Falcon.
That's a bigger ship now, you know?
It still kind of works. Yeah. Well, I think it's actually quite interesting. I don't know if I like it per se, but like I said, with tweaks, a lot of these could be so much better and so cool. So
it's inspiration, not an actual design. And that
yeah,
is absolutely fine. So let's start this one.
sorry I missed your super chat, Classic. Let's go see what the poll's doing. Does the Falcon prize work with 14 votes already? By the way, there's 49 of you here and 41 likes. Hit the like button. Let's get to 50. Go vote in the poll. But does this work? It's split right now 50-50, so you can make all the difference. It went up to 53, then it went back to 50. Now it's back up to 53 with 17 votes. Huh. Yeah, there's been mashups of the TOS aesthetic with the Falcon forever, like physical model kits and whatever. It's pretty simple to do.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this has done a lot of... So I like it's a saucer, and a secondary hull, and a nacelle, which is actually not bad, of a nacelle. Cockpit, yeah, it doesn't make sense scaling-wise, but what would that do functionally if there's a bigger ship? Because I'm going to take it as a bigger ship, right, than a Falcon. None of the windows quite match themselves, but take it a bit as bigger.
Well, that's the huge bar hotel area.
Yeah.
Off to the side.
I mean, Arboretum, bit weird, but giant.
Yeah.
You know, or even, hey, what if that was the TMP style rec deck? As if they need it off the side of the ship. I don't know, but you know, maybe.
A detachable weapons pod, like on the front of the Defiant.
Oh, that's the bottom pod.
Fair.
But I mean, if you took off the nacelle and the secondary hull, it would be quite similar to other Star Wars-esque ships. But there's something to be said for that kind of really curvy Falcon front with that sort of non-deflector that like a Lost in Space vibe, but yet a very faithful Falcon.
Yeah.
And you could make a small scale ship with that same absurd amount of windows. Falcon size, just like, oh, metal is so much stronger now. We can have almost no, this much hull between the window plates because that's smart. Yeah, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. It ain't good. But that's not what we're here for.
Not awful.
Yes. What do you guys think? I mean, finish the poll, Stuart.
22 votes. The poll is split 50-50, whether this works or not.
I kind of like that, though.
Yeah. All right.
Where to next on the Pantheon of Pantheons?
Classic for real, $5. Another chat request. Go back to the Asgard O'Neill class, but combine it with the USS Defiant.
Did it work? Don't know. You guys be the judge.
Yes.
Okay, he was the judge.
It doesn't feel very Defiant-y, like, at all, but you can see the Star Trek influence a little bit on the hull plating, and then also you got the registry there, so it still feels conflicted about its size, whether it's a smaller ship or a larger ship, but the engines have quite an interesting detail, having the grills in there in the front for the Bizarre collectors. Still got the wings, which is part of the design, I guess, so that's fine. It doesn't feel like the Defiant at all was used as an influence at all, except for the front of those with the red glowing elements. It feels like maybe the Intrepid class was used. It's kind of got that kind of curve a little bit. There's other ships that have that kind of pointy, like fan design ships and stuff. But
I might be stuck in the loop of going at the back window cockpit style edition, right? Fair enough, but it doesn't quite work. I mean, I can definitely see Defiant Basards if I squint.
Yes, and the back 20 feet.
Yeah. I quite like the glows in the fins. I don't know what they're doing, but it has a fun effect and very much LEDs, but in like a techie way.
Even got one of the little blue circles kind of embedded in the hole there. Well, it's like afterthought. Let's put that in.
It would be a ship I would not want to fight, It looks mean and aggressive.
Yeah.
But it is neither. But that said, some of these designs have also been literally just shoved things together. This is taking elements, and I'm sure, just like we did years ago with the original Discovery in 2017, Discovery Alpha, drew a line between this is this. Like you could put a line between elements, like you just did there, right? But it is neither. So I appreciate that. Like I can kind of see the nose of Defiant, even the grilling on the nose, the little line. You could pull the pieces, right? And yet it's not actually either. So it's actually more creative.
Yeah.
While also being very unhelpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fulgar CZ says, don't forget to show the bad Falcon prize.
Oh, yes. I can do that. That's no problem.
Bad is good in this context because I love talking about awful designs.
There you go. The best of the best.
It just looks like the Enterprise is humping the Millennium Falcon. Or a ship. Or a Carillion ship of some sort. There you go.
And now you'll see why I did not show it as the first option. I said, no. These fans, they deserve better.
They do deserve better, yeah. Yeah, that's the lazy way out of the situation.
Yeah. Lazies. Yeah, ChatGPT being lazy.
Yeah, the other one's way more integrated and felt like something new as opposed to this.
Yeah, no, I was very specific and integrate it and don't just be you. That said, it's kind of got a cool Star Destroyer vibe at the front, like a Star Destroyer Falcon kind of mix.
Not even like the little bit of a turn down at the very tip of the nose like that. It's kind of cool.
And then an Enterprise.
Yeah. Take that deflector, baby.
What?
Did you still got the spike on it at that point. I'm just saying.
What?
Yeah, maybe we should move on.
Yep. Next.
Ray Ricks, 5 pounds. The Gul Hatac mixed with DS9.
Yeah, that is currently generating, but I have the next one after that.
Olivia, $10. Tomorrow is someone's birthday. Happy birthday to John Stones, a soccer player. His birthday is tomorrow and is his 3rd birthday.
Oh, sure.
Also, combined an NX-01 shuttle pod with the Firefly class.
And that, not to nod, inspired choice.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it still feels very Firefly-y, obviously, but
which is good.
Can't make up its mind what ship it was launched from, the NX-01 or the NX-02. But
yeah, where did you get that from?
Maybe the NX-01 is just have like an open space there, and the NX-02 pod docks into it.
Yeah,
backwards.
I mean, it's actually a pretty solid design. It's both, neither. It could be easily a civilian version of a Starfleet shell pod. I could see that, right? I mean, okay, not even add warp cells, but between planetary base or even like a moon base, some alpha perhaps, moon base alpha, and a planetoid facility. It's both and neither. One of the
Madness 201 says early runabout. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And Area 51 says looks better than the actual Firefly ship. Not sorry. I'm right there with you. I'm not a fan of the Firefly.
And banned.
Who, me or him?
Both.
No. All right. Sorry. I'm getting banned, guys.
Oh, it's so peaceful now. Oh. But I feel like the syrup level of this, or maybe syrup level of the stream is too low. Where's the unban button? There you go.
Am I back? I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm banned. Yes. My presence was sorely missed. My sweet maple syrupiness.
Yes.
Did I screw up the... Why is there a white stripe on the side? Does that because I did that?
Don't know. Fixed. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's not what.
Don't worry about it.
What was I even talking about?
Who?
What?
But
I said I hate the Firefly. That's what I did. Classic for real.
Ah, yes.
I don't hate it. It's just not the best.
It's one of the nicest looking ships of its kind, which is very niche. You know, old, ugly cargo ship, beautiful, sexy, curved.
I want the same thing. Just get the Razor Crest, which has a lot of influences.
A lot less personality, though.
No, the Firefly looks like a fucking horse.
A lot less personality, yes.
Anywho's. Go back to classics one, the Asgard on. Oh no, we did that one. Yep. Which one are we looking for? The Gul Hatac and DS9 from Rayrix.
And this I wanted to give a bit of a telling off, so I did not just want it literally to shove the two together. So I asked for it to make actual design, and you know what?
Yeah, that absolutely works. Feels massive too. Like you just imagine how big this thing would be. Much bigger than DS9. It just has that vibe. What is that thing between?
I'm missing windows though. I do wish I had some
yeah. There's a thing like on the underside of the top pyramid thing. It looks like it's like flying. Looks like it's swoosh. I don't know what that is.
Let's change some brightness levels again, because it's just lighting. Yeah, this is great. It's actually 2 diamonds now that I've brightened it. Wow.
Feels like a Borg thing from one of the Armada games, like one of their bases.
Or inspired by Tholians, but without the glowiness.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think? And then I rather like the fact that it's got only 2 spires on the back and then two small ones on the front. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I like that a lot. 3 would have been fine too. 4 would have been great, but 2 actually works really well. You can tell which is the front of it.
Because it's symmetrical, just from one axis. And I really appreciate the fact that you get all of the gold fun of the gold, but it's in just enough amount to feel like a accoutrement versus like, hey look, we shop together. And it also kind of makes me think that kind of like the Rev from Prodigy, as if it can undock as a secondary craft kind of thing. Yeah. With this clamp. So it gives a really nice functional feeling. That's actually really solid. It's complicated, but at the same time simple. Yeah.
And Madness 201 says if the bottom pyramid was flipped, that would be better. I kind of like the bronzy gold on top.
I mean, there's nothing to say you couldn't have both on the bottom.
It looks like there might be, just it's in shadow.
I think you could
at the bottom there.
Yeah, but I really like having the 2 tier of gold like this. So I'd want to add another set of gold on the bottom. I wouldn't want to take that.
I'd add a little bit more gold around the ring and maybe on the arms at the back too.
Yeah, for sure. Accenting or even like an inner line of. But that's actually really solid. And it does feel like the universe is crossed over in a both but neither kind of way.
Great success.
Yeah, I really wish we could do a way of like having all these properly on screen easily and vote on best, because this live has produced a couple of maybe winners.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well done. Where's everyone gone?
All right, guys, hit the like button. We have 50 likes, which is fantastic. I didn't think we'd get to 50 without me asking, which we did. But if we get a little higher, that'd be awesome too. Like 60 would be good too. So just saying. Just saying.
Once again, Stuart's birthday come up. So if you want to wish him a pre-birthday then please do super chat something. We'll do a Drunk Yards for Stuart's birthday soon. And for my birthday.
Yeah, we might have a combined birthday. We might do them separately. We're not sure yet. Because weekends, unfortunately, this time of year tend to get busy pretty quickly.
Yeah,
so
weekends are a precious resource.
Yeah.
There ain't that many, turns out, when you're not pandemicking.
That's true.
You do things. Easy when we weren't. No, yeah. That's pretty good so far. I didn't do a poll, but if you could guys do a quick 2-second vote, let us know in the chat. Just, do you like it or not?
Just yes or no. Put it in the chat right now. Terrence says it looks like something from Stargate. It's supposed to. It's part Stargate. A replicator ship with a Borg sphere. Madness 201. I'm not going to put in for this because it's silly. I mean, that's part of the fun, though. But a Borg sphere and the Death Star. It would be simple for it to do, I'm pretty sure. It'd figure it out.
I mean, it's up to you. We approve silliness.
So we got a yes, a yes, a yes, a yes, and a yes, and a yes. That's a lot of yeses. There's no no's. This is a successful design. Another yes came in. Yeah.
All right. Let me throw in one of mine so you can have a... So everyone can be curveballed because I like some surprises. I do like me some surprises. Now, what do I have prepped? I have a couple prepped. Yeah, this isn't a big surprise, but I think you might like it. Let me know, what do you think?
So that's a Viper and an A-Wing.
Yes, sir!
Yeah, that absolutely works. I like that as maybe a trainer for the Vipers. Smaller ship, easier to handle, less functionality, but still, you know, or just a different class of Viper. A little bit more maneuverable, smaller. Yeah, I like that. And then the canopy feels very A-Wing, obviously. But yeah, that 100% works. That's great. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, it's not gone radical, but it's done I think very apt. Simplify is the wrong word. But when I say simplified, you know what I mean, right? You said training. Like, it has a less of an edge to it.
Yeah.
While still being everything you kind of want from a Viper.
Yeah.
But it hasn't done much A-Wing. It's just, yeah, curved everything out a bit and a really nice, cockpit window. Yeah, I like it. Safe. Safe but good. I like it. All right. Next to Rooney.
Classic for real, $5. For the birthday man tomorrow, G4 Phoenix. It was actually the G5, but that's fine. Phoenix, whatever. Stuart said Borgified.
Yes.
I mean, it changed the shapes quite radically. But you still got the fins at the back. It still feels like the Phoenix. They broke off the caps of the side pieces, the pods, put antennas there instead. But yeah, I mean that works. And that, like I said, they didn't incorporate the blue and the red. They just did what they've been doing with all Borgified ships, make them the gray with the green. Because I guess they just figure that's the easiest way to do it. No, I think it's successful.
Well, it's very Borgified, you know?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just interesting how they changed some of the shapes, though, because it's such a simple shape, the original ship, but it's like curved it out a little bit, and it's like refined it.
It does look pretty Borgy, though. I just the whole texture that the Greeblies added, because what Greeblies are there on the other ship, right? Not a lot.
Not a lot, no. Yeah, no, that's a great success.
Yeah, I quite like it. Simple, as you say.
Yeah,
but effective.
I'm a simple man. I like simple shapes.
Aww. Yes, sir. Yeah, next one is raring to go.
All right, looks like a good one too. Classic for real, $5. We need a TIE fighter and a P-51 Mustang now. No, wait. Let's make it more faction appropriate. TIE fighter and an ME-109. Oh, well, there you go. It's got the ME-109 colors and the Iron Cross. That's it. It didn't, well, and put a gun on the front. There's nothing ME-109 about that. Huh. I mean, successful? Maybe.
pretty cool.
Cool TIE fighter design with that cannon there. I like that. Instead of the two, a bigger one. I don't know if I guess that's fine.
Yeah. And the coloring is great.
Yeah, the green and the yellow always looks good.
The rim of the yellow is really effective. A lot of symbols showing up in various places for some reason. Fine. Again, as you said, pick one. Pick a lane. Stay with it. No, I really like the single gun. That really tells me a story of what it can do. Either I say either single rapid fire,
or a phaser beam. You can just like fire it up and like cut through things. And move.
Not that this precisely says it, but imagine if that bottom bit could actually rotate like a gun turret.
Yeah. Cut your own wings off.
Well, you plan ahead. But yeah, you know what I mean. That would feel more like the gunner in a fighter jet. You know, that rotation ability I think would flow well there. Yeah.
And yes, Robert, you're about to leave. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us. All right. Yeah, that's one of the laziest things it's done today, and it's done some lazy shit. The Falcon and the Enterprise was a good example of lazy, but this is more lazy.
But it's done exactly what you asked, right? Combine the two. Yeah. And it's kept a very, I mean, the fact that you can redraw a TIE fighter, even to the point of having, I would say, very similar, all the little, the rivets in the TIE fighter wings, very effective. This image created via nothing, right? Fictitious image. That's tremendous, right? Pretty tremendous.
Okay.
So, yeah. It burrs. The next one is mildly funny, so be ready.
Next up, we got Mark Lawrence, $10. I'm chaperoning a field trip where there's a shuttle, so I want to mash up a NASA shuttle and the NX class.
Do you really though?
So the classic orbiter and the NX class.
Do you really though? Are you ready? Are you sitting down? Are you prepared?
I'm prepared.
I said combine it well.
Well, that's just the Enterprise and the Falcon again, the laziness. But it's quite interesting. Just to see a gun on an orbiter is cool. But yeah, it's just there's nothing changed about the orbiter. It's just slid into the body of an X-01. I kind of like the altered paint scheme of the saucer though, with the white stripes. And even though it's kind of more refined nacelles. Yeah. Did you get what you wanted, Mark? Because there you go. And NX-01 on the side of the orbiter looks really good. Yeah, I like that.
It is kind of cool in its own way, right? It's not,
not awful at all. No.
It's, again, dumb.
But tastefully dumb.
Are we going that far?
No, we're not.
Yeah. But, I mean, another texturing. And if you saw a new NASA variant be announced, you'd be like, oh, gonna space, are we? Yes. Well, we learned some lessons. Yep. Turns out a source was all missing. But as you can see, the scale would not be. It's just a text. There's no Whitwell's winners. But yes.
Going from the orbiter to this, it's been a long road getting from there to here. But you got more internal volume with the saucer now. You see.
That's not the song, boys.
Yeah.
It's
not. Oh.
They don't mention a saucer in the song.
Oh.
You have to go back and watch Enterprise, Stuart. You're really butchering it a little bit today.
I've got faith of the fart, though. I remember that part at least. Faith in my farts.
Dude, that's the porno version. That's the kink version.
Oh.
Stop watching that one too. I told you both would have farts in that way. Okay.
Aha.
Oh dear.
Dan Ben looks like someone wanted that as a birthday cake. Yeah, can I have a orbiter on my birthday cake? Sure. Just stick it. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
I don't think they've for some reason you've done a lower decks. Why are the two red blinkies? You had reference. You knew the blinkies.
Ray Rex, member for 38.
great. It's a great
Yes.
render though, for as dumb as it is.
Yeah. Ray Ricks, member for 38 months at the rank of Federation Council. Thank you so much, sir. You're awesome. Just wanted to say happy birthday to the captain. Again, thank you so much, sir. You are also awesome. Again, still, maybe. I don't know. And Classic for Real has gifted 1 Trekyards membership.
Ooh.
So thank you. It was way back long ago. Galaxy far, far away. There it is. So I'd like to welcome OG McGee to the channel.
Welcome.
You've received a free membership from Classic for Real. So thank you.
Congratulations
And
to all
welcome.
of us.
Yeah. And Classic bitching about me skipping his 1 super chat. There, it's right there. Anyway, Ray Ricks, £5. Following something Mark Lawrence said in Vegas, a Federation Type 6 shuttle mixed with a Tesla Cybertruck.
I did try.
Yeah. Area 51, Faith of the Fart by Gaseous Clay. Gaseous Clay, that's funny. Wow. What the fuck? Okay.
I did try.
He tried, everyone. The Cybertruckness of it just trumped everything else.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Pendants look great.
Yeah, the striping on it looks awesome. You okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Doing great. Because I mean, could you go to warp with micro nacelles? Micro warp.
Well, it's got to be safe warp because it's on a road, so you can't go too fast, right?
Is that how that works in the future?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Those are also hover units, maybe, so they can fly. Sure, but still, you're in an atmosphere. You don't want to be like doing warp speed.
Or they're phasers. When you want to go to warp, just like Voyager, the wheels go dumch dumch dumch, and in doing so, they connect the power of the wheels into the coils and therefore create a warp engine.
I would say the wheels just fold up like the DeLorean, and then those units fold down to be underneath the ship.
Oh, maybe they oh gosh, they what's the word? They use tech that there's a thinner piece inside it. They connect.
Sure, yeah.
I'm trying to say, but with a special way of saying it.
Yes.
There's a way of saying that makes sense.
Mild success? No, not okay.
Okay, we'll put a 2-minute poll up.
He's buying time, guys. Hit the like button. What? 56 likes. Let's get up to 60. We should probably
Yep.
Call Chris's the last one, unless somebody sneaks one in, but we'll call Chris's the last one for now. Don't want to overtax the system, as it were, and plus we're coming up on our 2-hour window. So
yes, indeed.
So Chris Momberger is the last one with $10. So thank you, Chris. We'll get to that in a second. Hopefully.
Very appreciate.
Yes. I mean, I kind of like the look of the Cybertruck, as much as that's controversial, but whatever. And to put Starfleet like wrapping on it, I think is a really awesome idea. So it kind of nailed that. The Delta and the registry on the side and Starfleet on the door, I think looks really good. So changes the shape of the Cybertruck. It looks like a cyber SUV, not a truck. But all right, Sabertooth Raptor, I guess it's the last one now with $5. We'll try to get to that as well.
Oh, guys are $1 like 80 away from a goal. I'm just saying.
A fucking goal. Like $11.
Fine.
80 away.
11.80 away for a big goal. That'd be great.
But just don't ask for a ship. Just throw it in at the beginning of the goal. That'd be cool.
Or say,
ask for a ship.
Show one of Sam's bonus ones.
Or wish me a happy birthday.
Oh, I mean, hey, if all 46 of you happy birthday with $1 an hour pre-birthday would get that goal, just right.
Yeah, just
And
the
then,
$1 super chat says happy birthday, even though you can't write anything in a $1 super chat,
yeah,
but I'll know what it means.
yeah. And it helps us go.
So Lewis Cox, £5. I know this might be a mad one, but what about the Serenity and the Razor Crest? What the hell did it do here? This
Yeah.
is like a ship that can spin,
They spin now?
apparently.
Yeah, I was surprised by this one too. This feels like an easy concept.
It's an easy win. Yeah.
It's done some stuff. What do we like about it, dare I ask?
The main body's nice. I kind of like the
Yeah?
exact Razor Crestness of it. But what is with the engines or whatever those are mounted all over the place and facing different
Yeah.
directions? And I kind of like the engine closest to us because it feels like World War II-y.
Yep.
If that was on the other side and you extended the back a bit, that might be really cool. But also the texturing of it. I really like the incorporation of the color. Um, it's like very subtle on some of the panels. Like it's a light rust or a light paint color. So yeah, I think all that detailing is really cool. But honestly, it's a little bit of a miss for me. I would just like to see the Razor Crest front with the Firefly back end, right?
Like, I'm sure you could keep iterating on the idea and sort of tell it to. At some point, we've seen it lose the plot, or you've kind of gone too far in the process. But yeah, I really like the curved new version of the main hull. It's nice. I like the engine on the side a lot. It's a really nice. It's not really Star Warsy exactly, but it's just as a design, having the two wings, the outer wing, the big bold
Mhm.
engine's cool. It obviously got super confused with everything else. Although that said, the back bit, if you doubled that and changed it, doesn't look like an exhaust. There are ships that have sort of big after bit. Think that dinosaur with a back, punching hammer looking thing, right? You could do something there that would kind of flow. Not sure what's on here, but I like some bits just to Photoshop off the other bits. But for the texturing, is tremendous.
Yeah, texturing is fantastic.
And it's close enough to photoreal. It's dumb photoreal, but it's close enough to photoreal, so I'm gonna, give it a pass for that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what was the poll for this? Did I make that?
Let's see. No, the Cyber Shuttle.
Ah, what would you finish that off then?
Yeah, it says, does it work? No, 67%.
Yeah.
33% said it worked.
Yeah. So what percentage did you say again for the think it worked?
66.
So
66% said no.
yeah. So how many didn't?
33%.
So now confirm 33% of audience is blind. Good to know. Thank you.
And 1% is missing in action for some reason because it's only 99. But it's fine. But maybe, I don't know. Is that math? Did I do math? I don't know. I don't think I did it right. It's fine.
Cool.
All
right, next
up, we've got Olivia, Millennium Falcon, and the Jupiter from Lost in Space. From the latest Lost in Space. One of our guilty pleasures. This feels like something we already seen in Star Wars. It feels like one of the other Corellian designs.
Not necessarily a bad thing, and that it's done the brief. So there's the two. I think this will need a bit of a reference shot to kind of absorb the logic, right? Because it's kind of a. What do we think? Oh.
I think it's very successful. It looks very much like the original ship, if I'm honest. But I thought she meant the movie. I thought she meant the movie with the blue Jupiter. That's why I say guilty pleasure movie. Because this series is fantastic. This new Lost in Space series. There's not much Falcon in it, though, if any. Except for the pod closest to us is like asymmetrical and it's like sticking out kind of like the cockpit a little bit. It didn't do much here. Again, it's being super lazy. Although the texturing feels very Falcon-y with the dirty look.
Yeah.
The weathering's like on point. So.
Well, I appreciate that it's kept, because most of the time it would just take the Falcon and add some color. So it hasn't for once. So I appreciate that. And it's allowed the cockpit to feel more distinct of a module like the Falcon. I get that. I kind of wish it picked one of the two zones, either the pointed bit with the copper of the right, which is very lost in space, or the left, which is the Falcon. I wish it picked one of them. I would say the left. Although that said, the Vulcan is non-symmetrical, so having that is not unpleasant, right?
Yeah.
I kind of like it's not just the Falcon pod on the side, which we've again seen they've just copied, so it's different. I wish they'd put a deflector module, the dish and the guns on from the Falcon. I wish those had carried over because they would have had some more detail. But given that neither ship have these engines per se, I feel like where they come from work quite well. I mean, just more extruding things. Pretty good. I mean, I would be fine to say in either show, to be honest, and not really bat an eyelid. Maybe just that it's a bit weird, but it's not as weird as most things. Yeah.
This could absolutely work as a Star Wars ship, and absolutely work as part of the Jupiter, kind of fleet. So
not the best of either, but that's a pretty high bar.
Yeah. Classic for real, $2. Speaking of pandemicing, boo pandemic. Enjoy $2. Well, thank you.
Yes. But we got to spend time with all of you and meet you all more and find a whole new audience.
Yes. Hit like. We need 2 more likes to get to 60. 2 people out there I know haven't hit like yet. There's 49 of you here. So hit that like button. Get us up to 60. We'll really appreciate that. So thank you.
Like right now.
Like yesterday. You're not going fast enough.
I mean, a lot of you are also watching this after the fact, so click it now too.
Invent a time machine right now in your brain. Sketch it out. Draw it. Get the components you need. Put them together. Have it constructed in 30 years. First time you use it, jump back to this moment and hit like. Just as a test. Welcome, time traveler. I'm glad your device worked. Please hit the like button and then go check out dinosaurs or something. Or the birth of Christ, whatever you want. Do the things. All right.
Speaking of time travel, my favorite videos ever was the Jesus gets saved by the Terminator, goes back from Mad TV back in the day. Yeah. Every skit is genius.
Yeah.
I just go watch it right after this live, but just like it's so just yes, that's a film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw it quite a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be 16 years old, 15. Because the real company making it actually had some budget behind it, and it's like, yep, I like that one. It's great. All right, where's next?
We got classic for real $5. I've already gone broke, but whatever. Birthday anniversary. Plus, I badly want to see a Viper plus the Z95 looks like Viper plus A-Wing.
The Headhunter, yes. It does. It's quite similar, but also not.
Yeah, again, this would work as a modern fighter jet, honestly. All of those shapes are very pleasing. Feels like an F-18 a little bit in there. Some places, it definitely feels Star Wars-y. I think that works absolutely 100%. The shape of the nose cone, the refinement of that, it's like the combination of the X-Wing and the Viper. Even got a pilot in there. That's a thing. No, that's an absolute success. Yeah.
Yeah, once again, it is kind of safe.
Yeah.
But if that works. Yeah, it's I like the third engine at the back, the very Viper-esque engine. And the detailing in the middle. Yeah, I definitely added a few more things. I'd probably add the Viper front again back in. Versus a nice curved. I think that I would do. It's very small, just to kind of make it look a little less Z95. But yeah,
you can see it too. You can see it too. Like if the middle engine at the top could slide up to right behind the canopy when it's not being used, and then extend out for an afterburner type vibe. Yeah.
I mean, not very Star Warsy. But yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Well, the polls about this. So finish the poll for the other one if you would.
Oh, but the other one is, does the Lost in Falcon work?
Thank you.
Didn't read that till now. That's great. 86% say yes, 14% say no. Very good result. Very overwhelming that people like it. Yeah, Clone Wars. Yeah, it feels like something out of one of the animated shows for sure. Feel like a background ship in a battle. Maybe not a background ship. It could be a hero ship because it's. I like the size of it. I like the detail on it. Yeah, this is really successful.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said earlier. Two good fighters with simple but effective shapes. Combine them, you get a new fighter with simple but effective shapes. Shocker. Right?
Chris Momberger, $10.
Thank you so much.
Galactica and Enterprise E or Excelsior. Also, thank you guys for all the content. I would have sent you $10 without even requesting a ship. Oh, thank you.
But we like talking about ships, so do send the ship as well. Here we go.
I mean,
the only addition I said was ensure we keep the blue and red glows. That's all I added.
I added too many red glows. It's interesting.
It is interesting.
I kind of wish the two nacelles up there were launch and landing bays, so no glows. Would have been cool. But no, that works actually. That's quite an interesting concept. The red glows in the middle it feels kind of discovery like, honestly, with that middle bit a little bit.
There's like there's a space that's just, yeah, I don't understand what's happening.
The Galactica E. Does the Galactica E work? Go vote, guys. It's very Galactic-y. Get it?
Oh, yeah. I'm a funny boy. I know.
But looks aren't everything. You're fine. You're funny, but looks aren't everything.
So insulting to me.
It's like I'm strong. Yeah, but smell isn't everything either. It's fine.
I mean, I would not want this thing to drop out of orbit next to me.
No.
And if this was the Vengeance, obviously wrong ourselves, but it's that sort of, oh no.
Yeah. You can definitely see the inspiration from both. I mean, Battlestar less so.
Less, yeah.
But
it's more Discovery, honestly. It's Discovery, Vengeance, and E. And two of those didn't put in.
If you'd shown me this and not told me what it was, I'd be like, definitely the Enterprise E. Yeah. But maybe an Eagle 5 from Space 1999, because the shape of that head is very eagle-like. Like, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't have guessed Galactica, I don't think, necessarily.
Oh, you know what it vibes as well? It vibes of a Romulan Section 31 hybrid ship.
Yeah.
Because it's got that bird, kind of. The black of Section 31. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
All right. Should we go to the last one?
I think so.
Okay, Sabertooth Raptor, $5. How about a Cybertruck mashed up with a runabout?
I did clarify once again, more Trek shuttle vibes, please. Versus...
It didn't do it, did it?
It did it.
Oh, yeah, that's a success. You got the front of the Cybertruck there with the light bar. You've got like some of the panels in those doors feel very Cybertrucky. Yeah, that's a success. That's a great success.
And look at the double step warp coils. I mean, doesn't not work, right?
Yeah. That's a good design. That's a good design for a shuttle.
And if you included the orange middle grilling of the runabout in the little holes, there you go. Oh, guys, we're $3 away from my target. Oh, 3. Oh, no, 3. So few dollars. Just saying. But I love the fact this feels almost like a rich teen Starfleet mum, her kid takes it party van where they go in and it's like a limo. The entire back has windows out to space so you can party and drink and like a limo. There's loads of windows you can look out and up. Like, you know what I mean? Like a party runabout. because they're sort of
Sure.
structured in a fun way that I like. Sort of, yeah.
Hardy run. That's exactly what I would think. Because that's what Starfleet does.
That's Imagine it warping in and there's a disco ball and all the different lights DJing. Yeah, there you go.
34 viewers and 59 likes. I want one more like to get 60. One more like. One more like.
And to finish up the poll, 14 votes. Did the Galactica E work?
64%.
There we go.
Yes.
Useful, interesting. Damn.
And I'd like to thank Madness201 for the $2. Happy birthday, Cap. Thank you so much. Classic for real, $2. Fine. Happy anniversary, Sam. Here's $2 for the goal. Thank you, Classic.
Makes all the difference.
And Ray Rex giving us a thumbs up with £2. So thank you so much, Ray. That is awesome. All right. Yeah, this last one was a success. I think that's really great. You can definitely see the Cybertruckness of it in there. I don't know if Mark is still here, Mark Lawrence. He would love this.
Yeah.
Ray, hopefully this scratched your itch that you had with the other one.
Yeah. It's really interesting. None of these are going to be, groundbreaking. Wow, we beat the artists. But if you look for inspiration, there's so much going on here that you can learn from and think about, and it's just interesting, right? It's super interesting.
Yeah.
And maybe
Fulgore says Battlestar Enterprise is also a good name. It is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and maybe at some point we'll have to do a best of AI created and see what the winner is,
Yeah, we need to do like a 1 versus 1, pick the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Then the winner goes on to the next round.
Mm-hmm. Because look at the amount of art they've made in this, right? And because I'm using my same a lot of reference renders, it knows it's made on black, clean lines, so it's more able to show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all these new ships today. Crazy.
A smattering of ships.
Yeah, and a few of classic sex dolls. What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just a selection. I still like the Starbase. The Gul Starbase, I think that's still my favourite. For new design, I think that'd be my vote.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And that TIE fighter is just so out of the box. It's groundbreaking. The level of change that the AI did to that.
Right out of ILM.
Yeah, absolutely.
So many ties, so little time.
Speaking of little time,
yes.
It is time to say goodbye.
Happy birthday for tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Stuart. Happy birthday for tomorrow.
And I'll probably be going live tonight on my personal channel.
Yes.
Not quite sure the time. Might be around midnight, actually. Go for an hour or so after midnight. So it's just like as my birthday happens.
Very nice.
So join me over there.
And keep your eyes and ears out for the Drunk Yards of Stuart's birthday. Coming soon.
Coming soon to a computer near you.
Or phone. On the bathroom. On the toilet. We all know.
Yeah. Anyway, on that awesome stinky note.
You're welcome.
We will say good day. He is Commander Cockins.
He's got a photo.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
First contact. I got to read it. Member for 60 months at the rank of Commander. Hey, Samuel, are you ever coming back to FedCon? I am attending this weekend. I want to see Cheyenne dropship with Voyager.
FedCon maybe. I was invited last time, so it's nice to go as a thing. But not specifically. Maybe sometime. There's a lot of good people who go. I mean, Brad Wright's going that I can't go, but don't. It's also expensive, and I put mine towards fan films,
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of a bit of a money suck. Support the support the Indiegogos and GoFundMe so I can do things.
And super chat injuring the lives. Yes. But anyway.
There you go.
Onward to tomorrow and my birthday.
Yes.
See you guys later. Thank you so much, everybody.